Good morning, everybody. So I figured I would come back on and do my, I guess like first impression slash like review of everything. So I'm still at the hotel in Atlanta. I'm gonna be here till Sunday. So let's start with the shower stuff that I used. Okay, I showed these yesterday in my little mini haul kind of thing. So I'd gotten this Redken Frizz Dismiss. This was like, first impression, I give it like a 5. Like, I liked once it started lathering. I did think it was kind of nice, so I kind of like that. But like, I don't know, it didn't like, well, it didn't want to lather very well. And I didn't really like that. I felt like I had to use a lot of it to get it to lather. Once it did lather, I liked, like, it felt like really nice and clean and stuff. So I'm gonna use it again tomorrow and see what I think. This though, this won me over. This is the Redken All Soft Mega. This stuff, like when I rinsed my hair out, it was like silk. It was so nice. I really, really like this. And then It's a 10. Can I just say, okay, because I've been using the It's a 10 for a long time. And if somebody from It's a 10 ever ends up watching this, please fix this. Like, what is this? Like, I've had so many bottles of It's a 10 that the sprayer just doesn't work. And as I mentioned yesterday, this was $24. So you're telling me for $24 you can't give me a sprayer that works? I'm just saying. And this has happened, not with just like this blue one. This blue one didn't want to spray. I've bought like the big $40 ones, and that one's not wanted to spray. So It's a 10, you need a new pump. It's ridiculous. So I'm on the fence about that one too. It's okay. And then the no blow dry, no big deal. When I squeezed this one out into my hands, I'm trying to look because it just smelled like alcohol. Yeah, there is alcohol in it. Which I don't like that because that to me says that it might dry my hair out. And I don't need that. My hair's already dry. So okay, so I guess if we're doing ratings, like I said, the first one's like a 5, this one's like a 10, this one's like a 6, and this one's maybe like a 5 or a 6. Like, because I think this product's okay. Like, when it came out, it really didn't, like, I don't notice the difference between this one and my other one. I'll really have to look at ingredients to even figure out what the difference is. I'm like wondering, maybe they just changed their packaging to blue, but I don't know why they do that. But it really doesn't say what's the difference. So I'll have to look at the ingredients. That's probably where the differences are. Okay, so I figured I'd do like a little get ready with me. I've already encountered a problem. I didn't bring any little scissors, so I might have to call down to the front desk because these are gonna be too long for my eyes. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I might have to just go by the drugstore and get like a little pair of scissors and all that. I do have some that are pre-cut, the ones I was wearing yesterday, so that's probably what I'm just gonna have to do for this first day of the convention. So I'm not super thrilled, but that's my fault for forgetting my little scissors. I didn't even think about it until I like realized this morning that I would need to cut the eyelashes. I look at my fancy schmancy makeup bag that's like actually just like a regular bag. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Dip Brow Pomade in Ebony by Anastasia. It's okay. I need to get a different color. This one I think is maybe a little bit too dark for me, but I just kind of like mix it in. So my brushes are so dirty, you guys. I'm not trying to be a booty guru. I am a dog groomer, and I'm just being real with you. I don't clean my makeup brushes and everything every day. This is the cleaning they get. I like wipe them off before I use them. So judge me if you will. But I'd be willing to bet most of y'all don't clean your shit every day either. So anyway, it is what it is. Okay. This is another thing. I didn't bring a mirror. This one I guess will work. Need one of those Jeffree Star handheld mirrors. I've gotten my makeup down to like where it doesn't really take me that long anymore. I used to spend like an hour and a half on my makeup every day. I thought I wanted to be like a makeup artist, but I don't think it's for me. It's a little, I don't know. I don't think I fit with the makeup artist community. I enjoy doing makeup, but I don't know. I used to be like really involved in like this one Facebook group that was like, it's supposed to be like a nice little thing that, you know, that people could go on there and post their makeup looks, and then, you know, people go on there and like it and be supportive or whatever. That's what it's supposed to be. But it got really mean really quick. And I was watching even some of the moderators in the group like bully people. And it was happening quite often. And really what did it for me was there was like one post, and it was like back when like those unpopular opinion posts were really popular, which I really hated that, because I think there's a reason that we don't talk about like unpopular opinions, because it just like makes everybody angry. But anyway, there was like an unpopular opinion thread, and like one of the girls like from the group got on there and was like, unpopular opinion, I hate dogs. And obviously, like, if you know me, like, I'm a huge dog lover. Dang, I forgot my eyebrow pencil too. I'm gonna have to text my boyfriend and tell him to bring me a couple things. I must have just thrown all of those in the, I have like a drawer that I do my makeup at. Do you like that my thing, or like it's literally a sour cream container? Just being real with you. Like, oh, I got it. It's just hidden. Oh, they're both in there. There's the other one too. Like I said, I've never claimed to be a beauty guru. But yeah, so a bunch of them got on there and they started all talking about like how much they hated dogs. And I was like, you know what? This is just not, these are not my people. And I know this is just like in one area. But I don't think that was the right path for me to do makeup. I enjoy it, or I did enjoy it. Like, I'm content with like not wearing as much these days. Like, I don't like taking an hour and a half to get ready. It's like more stressful than anything. I might have to go by Walgreens or something. I wonder if there's a CVS or a Walgreens near here. Probably. I'm in a class. 11:30 to 6 today. It's about 9 now, so I still got 2.5 hours. It's like right there. I'm trying not to get there. Like, I'm really bad about getting places too early sometimes. I feel like I'm like one of those people, there's no in between for me. I'm like either like super early or super late. I keep finding these like little tiny hairs all over everything. Probably from all my dogs. I miss my dogs. I hope they're doing okay. They've never had to stay away from me. Max has stayed away from me for a couple days, but this is going to be the longest for Luna. If you don't know who the hell I'm talking about, I'll show them in a vlog very soon. I have 2 dogs. One is a German Shepherd Corgi mix, and the other one is like, I think he's like a German Shepherd like Border Collie mix. I don't know. He's like kind of a bigger guy. I don't know. He's not huge though. He's only like 65 pounds. And then Luna is like 50 pounds. She's pretty big for being a Corgi mix. But yeah, they're really cute. I love my dogs. I have Max tattooed on my arm. I'll show you in a second. I got him tattooed because when he was my first dog, and when I got him, I was doing like human hair, and I was like on a completely different path in life. And when I got him, it just like really changed everything. And it opened up this whole new world of dog grooming. Like, I would not be sitting here today without that dog. That's him. That's Max. Yeah, it looks like kind of crazy in that view, but you know, that's my boy. And like I said, he's the reason for all of this. He's the reason I'm here right now. So that's why I chose to get him. And I get asked a lot if I'll get Luna too, and no, I'm not gonna get Luna tattooed. And that's because I feel like if I do that, then I'm gonna have to get every dog that I ever have tattooed. I just got a notification from the Atlanta Pet Fair, if you're wondering what I'm looking at. But yeah, I don't want a tattoo like every pet I've ever had, like all up and down my arms, you know. So I just wanted to get my first dog, and like I said, since he started all this, because I was doing human hair, like it was just so different, you know. So anyway, that's why I got my Max tattoo. So I'm worried because Luna is like very, very dependent on me, and like I really don't know how she's gonna do being away from me for this long. I hope she does okay. She's staying with like a friend of mine that is like somebody that she's really comfortable with. So yeah. Oh, and I don't think I showed you this. I don't know if anybody even cares. This is like the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in dark brunette. I didn't even, like, I just used the spoolie on it. I use this one when I'm not doing a full face, and then I do the pomade whenever I'm doing the full face. My eyebrows look kind of dark, but they don't look that crazy in person. It's like just in the video. So I don't know. Anyway, so next I'm gonna use, I like this Hangover Primer by Too Faced. Not a huge fan of Too Faced products as a whole. Like, I don't like a lot of their products, and there's been like so many bad things that have been said about the owner of Too Faced. Like, he's kind of a jerk or something. But I will say this primer is pretty good. So I need all the moisture in the world. I need like a good moisturizer. Maybe I should look for that at Walgreens too, because I'm gonna have to go. I have a feeling I'm gonna like start my period while I'm here, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy tampons and stuff. I'll just get like a little box, and then get those little eyebrow scissors. That's all I really need. I might figure something else out before I get to the end of this makeup routine. But how long has it been? 12 minutes? Yeah, it's gonna take me a while. It always takes, like, I hear like other YouTubers that do beauty stuff, they're always talking about how it takes longer when they're talking. That's definitely the boat I'm in. Luckily there's no rush or anything this morning. I didn't sleep very good last night. I've had insomnia like my entire life. I'm sure there's people out there that can empathize with this. Like, I remember being like a little kid, and it was like my first day of not preschool. I think it was like my first day of like elementary school. And I was up, and like I couldn't fall asleep like no matter what. And it was like, obviously I was like so little that I didn't know like what insomnia was, and I just thought like I was like being bad or something for not going to sleep, but like I just couldn't, like, and I was just laying there like so upset. I remember like going and getting my mom, and I was like, I can't sleep, and she told me, she was like, sometimes that happens, like, you know, when you're excited or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. And I think about that a lot. Like, it's crazy like how that memory sticks out in my head so hard. I'm pretty sure it was like the day before I went to kindergarten. I'm pretty sure that's when it was. But, you know, so, and I think like my insomnia has always been anxiety related. I always get anxious when I'm going to like a new thing like this. And it was like a really last minute thing that like my boyfriend is not here right now. Like, he was supposed to be. So, you know, I was really anxious. I think I finally went to sleep between like 2:30 and 3 last night, and then I woke up on and off every hour and finally got up at like 6. So I like maybe got like a good 3 hours of sleep, but I think it'll balance out. I'm hoping tonight I'll just be super tired, and then I'll just be able to fall asleep really easy because I didn't get any sleep today. That's what I hope. Oh, now's the big moment. Okay. This is part of the, like, honestly, this is like the majority of the reason of why I even did this video, is because I really wanted to do my first impressions of these Jeffree Star Morphe sponges. So these are the sponges, like, if you guys watch the beauty community, you probably heard at least of these Morphe sponges, maybe not the Jeffree Star ones. I know not everybody's a fan of him. And if you want to try these and you're not a fan of Jeffree Star, they do sell just regular Morphe sponges that are just like this, and they're just a darker pink, and they don't come with the small ones, I don't think. I didn't see them though. Maybe they do come with the small ones. I saw these before I even made it to the other ones, and I actually really like Jeffree Star. I think he's funny, if we're being honest. And I think he makes really good makeup. So even if you don't like him on a personal level, I understand if you don't want to support him, but if you want some bomb makeup, he really does. Like, that man knows his makeup. He's been wearing heavy makeup a lot longer, I know, than I have. So I was friends with him on MySpace when he was like full face. I think he may have been one of the first people, like the first like men, first one, I guess, men, I don't know. Like, he's like the first, like, yeah, I guess the first guy that I saw that was wearing makeup. Like, it just wasn't, you know, back in that time, it really wasn't seen that way. Okay, so this is like this on both sides. I don't remember if the other one's like that or not. So anyway, you can get it wet. It feels different than my Real Technique one. Maybe it'll feel a little different once it gets wet. Let it get in there. I remember when these things came out. I got one. It was actually, I was going to see this Justin Bieber concert. And I got, like a little mini one of these, because like the original beauty blenders are like $20. They're pretty expensive. And I didn't know if I was even gonna like it. So, I, just got like a little one. And then I was using it dry because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It's just so funny looking back on that. Okay. Now, Jeffree always dots straight onto the beauty blender. But I think, since it's a sponge, and this is like a really, I'm using the Naked Skin weightless. I like a really light coverage. So I'm scared if I just like do that it'll just like absorb all the product. So I'm just gonna put a little on my hand and then dab it on. This foundation smells, I don't know, it just reminded me of something, and I was gonna say it and then I can't think of like what it reminded me of, but it's like, I don't know, I kind of like how it smells. It's weird. It's a weird smell. Like, it's not like the average one that you would think. Like, it doesn't smell like flowers or something. It's like, I don't know, almost like paint kind of scent. It's kind of weird that I like it, but I do. So the sponge is really soft. Let's see if I can get in here a little more. I'm trying to sit where you guys can see me, but I also need to see what I'm doing because I am going out after this. Huh, I look really well blended. Like, I just did this side, and the lighting's, you can't see me, so it doesn't matter, but, okay. I have the news on in there. I was watching it this morning because I haven't had cable in so long. I actually forgot that in the middle of the night, they just play infomercials all night, so I woke up, they were playing an infomercial, and I was like, I'm not watching this. So I turned the news on. I don't normally even watch the news, but like when I turned it on, they were talking about the R. Kelly thing. He just went to jail for not paying child support, and then I think it's also like he's getting like another charge, like of like an assault charge or something, like on a woman. Like, I don't know why. And then there's like these girls that I think like live with him or something, like his little girlfriends or something, and they were on there, like he did some TV interview and he's like freaking out, like screaming at these people. This is wild. There were like those girls on there too, and they were doing it too, and it's like, dude, R. Kelly has had like a really bad reputation of being like really terrible to women. So it's like just honestly sad watching these girls like so ignorantly supporting him. It's like, dude, like you need to be careful. Like he might do that to you too. And I, as I mentioned yesterday, I've never had a good relationship with my dad, and he never did pay child support. My family never asked for it from him because they basically, like, my dad, when he found out that my mom was pregnant, he, like, moved all the way from New Jersey, like, which is where we were living at the time, all the way to, like, Naples, Florida, like, dipped. Like, it was pretty bad. And essentially, like, they could have tried to track him down and get child support, but then they were afraid that he would want some sort of involvement in my life if they were making him pay. And they just, for my benefit, they didn't want to do that. And, you know, like I said yesterday, I didn't meet him until I was 16. And I never understood why until I met him. And then it all made sense. So, just quick note, one thing I just noticed was that I'm using a lot less product than normal. This sponge is a little bit denser than you normally use the Real Techniques, so that's what I'm basing this off of. I've actually never tried the Real Deal Beauty Blender, because like I said, it's kind of expensive. So this one's like denser, so it seems like maybe it's not sucking up as much product, because I really barely used any, and I've gotten my whole face done. Let me make sure I'm even, but it looks really good, you guys. I really am impressed. And this is the foundation and stuff I've been using for a while. So I've been using it with like my other beauty blenders and stuff, and I feel like this looks really well blended, you guys. I'm really actually loving this. It's pretty rare, especially with beauty stuff, that I like it right away. You know, like, I think this is going to be a winner, though. I think I might. And I actually really love Real Techniques. I've been watching Sam and, oh my God, what's her name? Oh my God, and I just love her too. I can't think of her name, but Sam and her sister with the Real Techniques, that they're like the owners of the company or whatever, they were the originals. Like, when I started watching YouTube, like, those were the people I watched. Like, they really taught me how to do makeup. They really did. I lived for their tutorials. It actually makes me really sad, like, ever since Nick is their sister, Sam and Nick. Since they've come out with these, with all their Real Technique stuff, and their products are great, but they don't make videos anymore. And they do still, like, on the Real Techniques channel, but it's like very like cut, like dry. Like, they're just oh yeah, we're you know, this is how you use our makeup sponge, or this is how you use this brush, or whatever. It's bland. It is so boring to watch. It's not, I don't know. I think I actually unfollowed them. I don't know if I follow them anymore. They don't, if I do, they just don't post, because I never see them pop up. I'm honestly hoping for their sake that maybe they do. I guess they don't need to, though, because that Real Techniques brand is really big now. And I do wonder how many people, like, followed them like I do. I really loved them. I really did. And it does make me sad that I don't really do videos anymore. You guys, my foundation looks so good. And maybe it's just, like, the lighting or something. Like, this is good. This is really good, you guys. I'm really, really into this makeup sponge. I need 20. I don't understand the little ones, though. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't like them. I don't even know if I'll use them. I might give them to my sister. I'm just so well blended. And it, like, honestly, I look kind of set, too. Like, it looks like it already set a little bit. Okay, so there's a sponge. I wish I could, like, move my phone, but I'm worried if I move it, I'll never get it back where it'll stand okay. Like, it took me way too long to get it in that spot, and it's not even a good spot. But there was nowhere to put it in here. There really wasn't. Okay, so that first impression, 10 out of 10. Like, probably switching to that makeup sponge. Really, really impressed. Love. This is not Laura Mercier anymore. This is that RCA No Color powder. I just use it when I'm setting stuff. Sorry, I'm gonna lean up like this because I don't want to drop powder all over myself. Y'all, my foundation is bomb today. It is fucking bomb. Like, I am now, because, like, okay, I definitely, I somehow already have batter on my face, or on my pants. I agree with the people that are saying, like, Morphe is being really shoved down our throats, because I think it is, and I mean, it's to the point that I don't even really want to use the products, because I feel like, you know, I start to question, like, are they even good, or do they just pay people really well to talk about their stuff? I just don't even know. Because, okay, if we're being honest, that 35O that everybody was talking about a couple years ago, Jaclyn Hill was singing the praises of the 35O. And I went out and I bought that 35O palette, and I was not impressed. I really wasn't. Like, for her, like, okay, first of all, there were some colors in there. It was like they'd be kind of far away from each other in the pan, but they don't have color names, and I swear to you, it's the same color. Like, I swear it looks like the same color. And maybe it wasn't, but it looked like it to me. There was, like, a few that were like that, and there were some colors in there that were really awesome, like Jaclyn was saying, but then there was some stuff in there that was just, like, a huge flop. And I think when you, because I think they're pretty affordable palettes, like, when you, there's 35 colors, and then, like, I think when you do the math, it's only, like, $1 or $2 per color if you use every color in the entire thing, which I didn't use most of them. So when I, like, out of the ones that I thought were actually decent quality, and, like, the ones I would actually use, like, it's just, like, it was not, like, it was, like, a lot. Like, I was barely using any of the colors, like, if that makes sense. Like, so instead of it being, like, you know, $1 or so a color, it was, like, kind of like, you know, $5 or so a color, like, if you only are using a few. Does that make sense? I feel like I said that really confusing, so if you're confused, I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is, like, that most of the colors in that palette, well, not most, I don't want to say most, but a lot of the colors in that palette were not very good. I'm debating if I want to do eyeshadow. I don't normally do eyeshadow. Oh my god, okay, so I talked about this in the video that I told you I deleted because I, like, put my phone up to the, I put my phone against the TV like an idiot when I was recording, but the TV was going, so, like, instead of hearing me talk, you just hear the TV at full blast. So, anyway, I deleted that video, but yesterday, I went to Panera on the way here. It was just, like, a little random Panera that I saw on the way, and I had to go to the bathroom, and I was kind of hungry, so I was like, oh, I'll just, you know, stop and get something to eat. And this is Blistex Ultra Rich Hydration Chapstick. It's alright. It gets the job done. I get really, really chapped lips, so I have to be careful. Anyway, so I'm going through Panera, and I get in there, and the guy at the register is kind of, like, looking at me, but, like, you know, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I saw him looking at me, but the people that were ordering when I got in there, they were, like, they kept being like, oh, can I get this? And he'd type it in, and they'd be like, no, I don't want that, just kidding. And, like, they kept doing that to him, so I kind of thought he was looking at me because of that. Like, he was just kind of, like, being like, you know, like, an empathetic, like, sorry this is taking so long, they keep changing their order kind of thing. And, yeah, so I didn't think much of it. And then I get up to the register, and I'm like, hey, you know, I get the Mediterranean veggie sandwich, and I like their mac and cheese. So I was like, oh, can I get the mac and cheese and the Mediterranean veggie? And he's like, oh, you're a vegetarian, huh? And I was like, mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, yeah, I tried that. But, God, this story is so bad. I just, like, I'm, like, reliving it, and it's just, like, making me laugh. So he's like, yeah, like, I tried it, but it's, like, really hard. And I was like, yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. And it's like, you know, he's like, so where are you from? And I was like, oh, I'm actually from, like, South Carolina. I'm just down here visiting. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, so you're really pretty. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, yeah, like, what hair color is that you use? Like, he's like, it's like a, what do you call it? It was like, it wasn't red velvet, but it was like kind of something like that, like kind of so, like a corny way to describe like a reddish color of hair, but it was like he was trying to like maybe be like a little romantic or something. I don't know. He was like, oh yeah, no, that's like a really like, I think reddish, like, blah, blah. I was like, I think it's called like a plum. I was like, it's kind of faded right now. I was like, but thank you. And he was like, yeah, like, thank you or whatever. And then I'm trying to remember, did he say anything else? I think I just like walked away at that point. And I went back. I was just like, oh, thanks, you know, went back, went to the bathroom and came back out, got my food. And I called my mom because then I started to like feel weird. I was like, oh my God, this guy, he's gonna want to talk to me on the way out. Because I kept seeing him like look back at me like while I was waiting on my food. And I was like, oh my God. Like, and I'm like here by myself and like this weird place. Not that he's gonna like kidnap me or anything, like, but you know what I mean? Like, I was just like kind of feeling like a little awkward. I don't like being hit on. I just like, I don't know. Does anybody like being hit on? I don't know. Maybe some people do. It wasn't even like, it just like made me feel so uncomfortable. And it's not, he didn't even like say anything like rude or anything. It's just like, I just feel uncomfortable if somebody hits on me. So then I went and I got my food. And I go to leave and he like waves me over and I get over there and he's like, thank you so much for being so polite. And I was like, oh, thank you. I'm like, okay, like have a good day. And I go to leave and I'm like holding the door open for this guy that's like walking through with like a cane. And that I like, okay, there's two sets of doors. There's like one and one. So I like open one, let him come through and I was like, oh, let me grab this other one. I turned around to like grab it and like trip over my own feet and like almost fall into the door. And I was like, so luckily Romeo didn't come like running out to save me, but I was pretty embarrassed and that was just kind of funny to me, like going and like I was wearing like no makeup, like just like threw on an outfit. Like, I mean, I never dress up, let's be honest, but you know, I was not trying to look good for anybody. I was like literally, I just was driving down. I had like a 4-hour trip down here, so I wasn't too worried about what I was looking like, but apparently he thought I was looking good. So thank you for that guy at Panera. If you ever end up seeing this, it's okay that you just made me feel a little uncomfortable. You weren't creepy or anything. I'm awkward when I get hit on because I don't know what to say. Because, like, you don't want to be rude, you know, and it was, like, one of those things. Like, fortunately, since I don't live around here, because I've had that happen to me before, there was one time I was, like, working at this mobile groomer, and we stopped at this gas station to go to the bathroom. And I was, like, standing by the bathroom. There was, like, only one available, and this guy, like, just came up and started talking to me and, like, asked me for my number, and I was, like, oh, like, I have a boyfriend. It just, like, made me feel so awkward. So, oh. This I get asked about all the time. This is a Trenta Pink drink with light ice and no strawberries. That's what I get every time. They didn't put no strawberries on the sticker, but there's obviously no strawberries. So if you watch James Charles, it's the pink drink still. But I get a little bit of ice and no strawberries. I get light ice because sometimes they'll fill the whole thing to the bottom of the cup with ice. And then you get like 3 sips of drinks. And this thing's almost $6 because I get a Trenta. But this is my drink. I get this and the matcha green tea latte. I can show you guys that one later if you're curious. It's like green. Love it. But it's milk based. So if you can't do regular milk, keep that in mind because it messes me up too. I shouldn't drink it, but I do. They're so good. And before you say, like, oh, you can substitute milk, I know that. And before you say that, I say milk weird. I know that. I know I say milk weird. It's like, I think when I slow down, I do it better. Like, if I'm like, milk, what is it? Milk? I say milk, like M-E-L-K. And I didn't even realize that's what I was doing for, like, the longest time. And then somebody finally, like, because, like, they were like, say milk. And I would be like, milk, you know? Like, I don't understand. And finally, one day, somebody explained it to me. They were like, you're saying it like M-E-L-K. I was like, oh. So is it milk? Is that right? Milk. That's hard to say for me. I don't know why. But, anyway, so before y'all are like, hey, you can get, like, almond milk. I know that. I have tried almond milk in my matcha. I've tried coconut milk. I don't think I've tried the soy. I guess I probably could try the soy milk. But the almond milk and the coconut milk, I really didn't like at all. The matcha, like, it doesn't have, like, a really strong flavor, the powder. So the milk that they use, I feel like is what really makes it taste good. And it's just their regular 2% milk. So yeah, it messes me up. But I think it's worth it. I love it so much. I drink like one a day probably, sometimes more. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Sometimes my stomach's like, girl, you better not. So anyway, those are my Starbucks drinks if anybody's curious. But yeah, God, that guy at Panera made me feel so weird. It's just so awkward. And then, like I said, like I was just standing there like knowing like, oh, he's gonna say something else to me on the way out. I could just see him over there just like waiting. He kept like looking back at me, even when he's like ringing people up. Like I said, even when those other ladies were up there ordering, he just like kept looking at me. And like now it's weird. Like at the time I was like, oh, he's just like trying to be like, you know, I'm sorry that these guys are taking forever. Like this is annoying for everybody kind of thing. Like that's really how I took it. I need, pale girls, y'all understand my problem. Oh, and by the way, I don't think I showed this. This is like my old beat up Anastasia contour kit. And I was just using this middle one. And then when I do like my, like around my face, I do mix in this, yeah, this one. So this back one over here. I don't think they have shade names. But anyway, that's what I was using. And then next, I always do my highlighter. And I rolled this like office chair in here because there was no way I could stand and do this and that you guys would be able to see me. As you can see, this thing's pretty well loved. So I'm gonna use this like, yeah, the highlighty shade right here. I don't like a big bold highlighter like a lot of people do. I like a subtle highlight. A little something to make me not look dry as hell. But I don't know. I actually don't really like the super artificial highlighty look. Sometimes I do. Like, and I don't think it looks bad on other people. I just like, I don't know. It makes me feel weird. Like I painted like racing stripes on my face and that somebody's gonna make fun of me. I shouldn't care about that. I need to get better about that because I do a lot of stuff like that, that I won't do something that I want to do because I'm scared somebody's gonna make fun of me. And it's like, who cares? I'm 26 years old. At some point I'm gonna have to get over this. Who cares if they make fun of me? Like that's pretty sad for them. Like they have nothing else better to do with their day than like make fun of somebody for like their makeup or whatever. That's why I'm trying to do these vlogs too, because that's another thing I haven't done, because I'm like, well, what if I get mean comments? And it's like, well, you probably will, because there are mean people in the world. But Peter Mon always says this. He's like, I think it says a lot more about the person leaving the comment than it does about the person they're commenting about. So I just need to get thicker skin, I guess. Okay, so just did the highlight, and then this, I actually got this, I think it's Sephora for my birthday. Of course there's like math. There's always like, is it just me, or is like, this has happened to other people, that your eyeliner and like mascara gets all over everything and you just get black stuff all over you? Is it just me, or am I just like a slob? Who knows? Okay, but I got this one, I'm pretty sure from Sephora, because I don't think Ulta does anything like this for your birthday. But I got, sorry, my toothbrush and toothpaste have just like been in this whole video. Sorry that y'all had to see that. I mean, it's new. I just bought it yesterday, so it's not gross anyway. But this one's called Parte. I don't know if that's gonna focus. Well, anyway, there's like 3 A's. Party. Yeah, Paarty. So I thought that was kind of cute. For your birthday, they give you one that's called Party. It's a pretty color. So I've been using this. It doesn't really smell like anything. I just use like a tiny bit. That is one thing about this one, because some of the Tarte blushes are kind of sheer. At least I thought. Like, and now I'm like wondering, I'm like, wait a second. Like, when's the last time I bought a Tarte brush? Maybe it's not sheer. This one's not sheer at all. Like, you literally only need like a dab or two and you get like a good amount of color. I don't like it to look too pinky, you know. I just use that to kind of blend everything together. And then I like to go back in with this one more time. Sorry, I keep burping, but pink drink makes me do that for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, and the pink drink, for anybody that's curious, it's just coconut milk and strawberry acai juice from Starbucks. That's all that's in it. So it's like sugary, but there's no caffeine or anything. I've gotten really good. I used to have like a caffeine addiction. Like seriously, it was really bad. Like I started getting scared of the effects that it was going to have on me, the amount of caffeine I was drinking. So I would literally drink like 2 energy drinks and a coffee like every single day. I'm going to sit here and pluck the glue out of my old eyelashes, and I'm so sorry. That's probably maybe really gross to somebody out there, but I wonder if there is, like, do you think there's people in the world that only use their eyelashes like one time and they never do this? That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Where are we at on time? 40 minutes? Well, whatever. It always sounds like, I think it's like when people are going in like other rooms, it'll like sound like somebody's trying to open my door. It freaks me out because I'm here by myself. But, oh my god, I thought I forgot my lash glue for a second. I was like, we're really about to be in trouble if that's the case. We're gonna have to go to Walgreens like right now. Because that would have sucked too, because I literally just bought this. So, okay. I wanted to use my new lashes, but I don't have any scissors. I might go ahead. What time is it? I can't do it holding this. I'll check it in a second. I might go ahead and go to Walgreens before the convention. I probably will, actually, because I may not feel like it after. At least, like, I'm in Atlanta. It's, like, you know, kind of a nicer area, like, where I'm staying. I'm, like, right by the airport. I just had a brain fart. I was like, what am I looking for? Sorry, I know this is gross. I don't, guys, eyelashes are so done too. Part of me just wants to go like this and like just run to Walgreens and get the scissors and stuff. I wonder where the closest one is. I need to just wear these the first day. It'll be so much easier if I just do that and get over myself. They looked fine yesterday in the vlog. Like, I was like complaining about them, but then when I was like watching it back, like they really did look fine. There was nothing wrong with them. I just don't like the band on these as much. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know if you watched yesterday's vlog. I'm not really sure what these ones are. I think they're Ardell's. That's probably why I don't like them as much. I have to say, I used to live for Ardell lashes, and I don't know. I don't like them as much. Like, I think there's just so many better eyelashes out there now. They don't have any that I just, like, love. I definitely have, like, a look that I like with my lashes. And Ardell just doesn't seem to fit that bill. These are just kind of thin. I like them to be a little more, give me a little something. I've got naturally blonde eyelashes. So, okay, so got the Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's the pink tube. I've been trying this one out. I like the wand, but I don't really like the formula. I'm thinking maybe I'll like the formula once it dries out a little bit more, but it's like really wet right now. I don't really like that. So, I don't know, it may like last me forever since it's like not gonna dry out for a long time. Sorry, I need to get in the mirror for this. My eyelashes are non-existent. Shit. I just got a mascara on my face. Of course. I'll get it though. I don't know who initially came up with that technique. Do you see it where I dotted myself right there? But somebody like I was watching like did this technique. They're like just let it dry, and then like just kind of lightly scrape it off, and it comes right off. I'm trying to remember. Am I forgetting a step? I feel like I got done too quick. I'll let those eyelashes dry while I put my lipstick. Ow. Stupid. God, and I like wonder why I'm always covered in bruises. I just tried to stand up and my leg was still under the counter. I just like smashed it. Like I'm definitely gonna have a bruise for that. Okay, sorry, I'm putting my lips on, so it's gonna take me a second before I can talk. Oh, this is the Wet n Wild Nudie Patootie liquid cat suit that I'm wearing, by the way, I didn't tell you. I wish there was a better place to put my phone so you guys could see what I'm doing right now. Maybe this vlog will be good because it's a get ready with me. I think get ready with me's are kind of popular. I like watching get ready with me's. But yeah, you see this is like a really nude color. That's what I like. It's just my current feel. Just really natural. I wonder if I can get this mascara off now. Did I get it? I got it. I look scary with no eyelashes on. The eyelashes really pull it together. Okay, I'm gonna pop them on. I always use tweezers. I know you're not supposed to. Oh, I'm running in the mirror. Okay. Maybe I'll do a tutorial one day on how to do eyelashes. Honestly, there's so many though in the world that it's like kind of pointless. Like you can look up a tutorial on how to get your eyelashes on. That's how I learned to do it. So it's not like I'm original here. See the difference? I look like a completely different person like on this side and you over here. My eyelashes are like blonde. So I need a little more glue. I've noticed like having enough glue on the inside and outside corners are like key for me. So I guess that's one thing I do that's a little different. I probably use maybe more glue than most people. But I don't like if an eyelash pops up. So I'd rather use a little bit more. Yeah, these really don't look bad now that it's like all done. Not bad. I'm kind of living for it. Y'all, I'm so happy with how my foundation came out today. And foundation is like where I feel like I struggle. I kind of feel like James Charles some days, like, I think, but see, I think he was using stuff that was too dark. I think I have like the opposite effect of like, my foundation sometimes like looks so white, it just like washes me out. I think this color foundation though, I got this last time, is a good one. I don't even know what color it is. I'll have to look. I think I hear Ricky Gervais. Yep. I was about to say, I think I hear his voice on the news right now. So it's a completed look. It's not anything too fancy. As I mentioned, I don't really wear a lot of makeup anymore. This is what we do. So, yeah, I guess that's really it. that beauty sponge I really liked. I need to go buy some eyebrow scissors so that I can cut those lashes I have. Maybe we'll do another get ready with me tomorrow, and I'll cut those lashes so you guys can see what those are like. All right, it's 9:39, so I think I'm gonna clean up my mess in here, and then I think I might run to like Walgreens or CVS, and then I'm gonna go to the grooming convention. So I may do a little filming when I'm there. I might wait though, because this is gonna be like a 6-hour class I'm gonna be in today, so I might not do it today. I might film it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I'm doing another long class too. Maybe Saturday. We'll see. We'll see. I'll film some stuff for you. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys liked my little mini review and get ready with me. It was fun for me. It gave me something to do. So I appreciate anybody that watched it. All right. Thanks, guys.